I have a question to ask black people in the aftermath of the deaths of Alton Sterling and Philando Castile. Do you want social change or do you want social currency? And the reason why I ask that question because every time a black man winds up being killed by the police, we get this call for social change, and then a few months later, when a new pair of Air Jordans is put in the window of a foreign store, most people start going on a quest for social currency, and the quest for social change winds up being left by the wayside. And because most black people have no commitment to social change, nothing ever changes in American society regarding the mistreatment of black men by police. In order to get political change, you have to show economic power. Unfortunately, most black people will not flex their muscles economically towards getting social change. Black people have over $3.3 trillion in cash and credit that flows through the American economy. And 97 to 98% of those dollars wind up in the hands of Arab store owners, Korean jeans and sneaker stores, Korean hair salons and nail salons, and other businesses owned by whites and non blacks. And because 97, 98% of those dollars wind up flowing outside of the community, you can't get any real political change. And this is the aspect of these social change movements like Black Lives Matter that no one wants to talk about. I mean, your Black Lives Matter, they do a good job of marching and protesting in the street and making a lot of noise. And they think that's going to get people's attention. It may get you a soundbite in the news, it may get you a soundbite on the radio, and it may get some people on social media talking. But that doesn't really have an impact. What will have an impact is the way black people spend their money, because the only way to show the world that Black Lives Matter is to show them the value of the black dollar. Unfortunately, many African Americans are so busy chasing social currency that they show how little commitment they have to social change. Because in order to get social change, you have to be committed towards social change. And that means you have to have a dedication and a resolve towards achieving the goal you want to achieve. Now, when I look at these movements in America regarding the mistreatment of black men, I don't see any sort of commitment. I don't see any sort of dedication. I don't see any sort of resolve. And I don't see any sort of comprehensive plan outside of marching and protesting. In the original civil rights movement, there were different strategies applied to achieve social change, and one of them was using the power of the black dollar, and I don't see that being used. I mean, that's why these causes always lose traction over time, because what happens is we have all these people who go out here, they're outraged, they march, they protest, but again, the minute some Arab store owner or some Korean store owner puts a new pair of Air Jordans in the window of their store, all of that commitment to social change stops. Everybody stops in front of that store and they wait to get that new pair of sneakers. Now, if they were to not buy that new pair of sneakers, it would have an impact. If they were to not buy those hair weaves, it would have an impact. And if they were to say to themselves, look, it is not safe for our black men to go outside, um, so we're not going to go out and go shopping, go to the movies, or go out to any place that we usually do for recreation, it would have an impact, because big business was going to look at those black dollars and stop taking them for granted, because black people are showing them the value of the black dollar. Black people don't feel safe, so black people aren't going to spend money. And that's going to have a direct impact on the American economy. Unfortunately, again, most black people do not have the integrity or the resolve or the character to commit to this type of mission, because this is where we start to see people falling by the wayside, because they value social currency more so than social change, and they want to be seen on the block with their new Air Jordan sneakers or their new pair of jeans, or they want us to say that they went to see the latest movie, that they want that those cool points with people more so than the value of their own health, their own safety, their own self-respect, their own self-esteem, and their dignity. If people value these intangibles much higher than social currency, then maybe we might see some social change in America. That's all I have to say for this video. You can comment, rate, or subscribe.